So this video is basically on how to give an apology, how to say you're sorry or something like that. And try not to get into rationalizing one time I smashed my car into a fire hydrant and busted the fire hydrant and water kept pouring out for almost an hour before they could shut off the water main. And so the whole block, the whole neighborhood, the apartment complex I was in, which wasn't mine, it was my friend's. I had to give an apology, and had to apologize to the city water department and the people that were there present and everything. But water didn't cause much damage other than the convertible the conver- the convertible that was next to it. So, um, you you have to give it sincere. Is and that's the way to sell it. And you if you think like, try not to laugh. So you say, "I'm sorry." Never, never, ever do it again. Even though you know you will, and you're really not sorry. The important thing is giving the apology and saying that you're sorry and not laughing. And so, the best way I've found to be sincere is you think to yourself that you're sorry that you got caught, that you got caught busting the fire hydrant. And then also the rationalizations like I was drunk. Or it it was my car, which it was. So, and it could have been your car. So, you try to calm them down by that, and then you try not to rationalize like, well, it was the city's fire hydrant, or the fire if the fire hydrant wouldn't have been there, it never would have happened. It's the fire hydrant's fault and where they put it. And actually, now that I think about it, I'm sorry because you don't you don't. Okay, so there's a parking strip where it happened. It was next to a parking spot that was right next to um, a grass curb, and it was a spot right next to a fire hydrant. And you don't put a fire hydrant on the tip of a grass curb by the first parking spot in a parking lot. I mean, honestly, I really I wasn't that sorry because they shouldn't have put that fire hydrant there. And that's the truth. But you don't need to tell the city that, or your friends, or your girlfriend, or whatever, or your people at your meeting at the meeting you're gonna go to afterwards. And the best thing I've found too about making an apology, and if you're sorry, is to not make matters worse. So the worst thing you can do is wait till the police show up. That's a big, big, big mistake. So you're best to pull the keys out of the car, or actually leave the keys in the car. And if you can sell it, you try to say your car was stolen, or you left your keys in the car and someone else grabbed it, or a friend of yours that you can't find. You don't know where they're at. Had the car for a while and they brought the car back and you don't know where they are. They ran off. And so sometimes that's the best thing to do is shift the blame off yourself so you don't get in more trouble. So that's apologizing is it depends, but what helped me be sincere is that I got caught. Like I really was not sorry about that fire hydrant, and I'm still not sorry about the fire hydrant. it's it's the damage to my car. It was a 69 Buick Skylark in mint condition, and it was green, and it had like 40,000 original miles on it. I mean, that's a rare car. I actually drove that car. The dent was so, it was in between the door jamb. I mean, it was totaled the car. In other words, it would have costed more money to repair the car than the car was worth. So I just drove it around like that with I fixed the window that was smashed in, but that part of the car was basically smashed in by the fire hydrant, and it was the fire hydrant's fault. It wasn't nothing to do with me being drunk. It was the fire hydrant was in the wrong spot, and it was in the wrong. Yeah, the fire hydrant was in the wrong spot. And so, basically, though, when you're making an apology or you're saying sorry about something, you know, you just mean it, and you say you're sorry, and you don't try to like you just you're sorry that it happened, I guess, and you don't think that you did it because you really didn't do it, and you weren't drunk. It was somebody else that took your car and did it, and you're sorry that that happened. You're sorry that you left your keys in the car and that your friend stole the car. And see, it really didn't even happen. you know, a few days after that, it didn't happen. Everybody's forgotten about it. And I think I actually had to pay, which was a lot of money back then. That was when the average wage for a construction worker or something was $5 an hour, and I had to pay $1,500 for that fire hydrant. So that was a good chunk of money. I mean, it'd probably be a lot more money now and everything, but they shouldn't have had the fire hydrant in that spot. And then at the meeting, I told them that I was completely sober and that it was a difficult spot to get in. And that's when they were asking about why my car looked that way. I didn't tell them that I was drunk. So, yeah, yeah, that's a long time ago. That's many years ago that happened. And it was a beautiful car. It was a beautiful Buick Skylark. I mean, it's priceless. Had a 350 engine in it. It would have ran for. Actually, I think I drove it for. I don't remember where I drove it. And see, that's another thing. Is me not being able to control how much I drink, or just because I can't remember what I do when I drink. That's not my problem. That's alcohol. That has nothing to do with me. So, anyways, yeah, I would wake up in different places in the car, and I didn't. But anyways, yeah, that's another story. But yeah, that's just a simple apology. Yeah,